Dear students, in last two classes, we learned the relation definition and the types of relations. And exercise 1.1 is started. We completed up to ninth problem. Now today we are going with the discussion of the solutions from 10th problem. See, in the 10th problem, give an example of relation which is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. See, this model question is very important in the PUC. They used to ask first question, give an example which is symmetric, but same what is there we have here. That model questions are very important. Symmetric. Already yesterday in the previous class we discussed. If you take a relation perpendicular relation, what a line itself is not perpendicular, therefore it is not reflexive. It's not reflexive. If L1 is perpendicular to L2, then L2 is also perpendicular to L1. Therefore, it is symmetric. L1 and L2 are perpendicular. L2 and L3 are perpendicular, but L1 is not perpendicular to L3. Therefore, it is not transitive. So, finally, it is not reflexive. It is not transitive. It is only symmetric. It is the best example, and you can give this example by taking the sets also. That we will see in some other problems how we take sets. Next, give an example which is a transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. Already this model also I discussed in the first class. If A is less than B, if you take equal A less than equal to B, then it is reflexive. But we don't want here what? We don't want neither reflexive nor symmetric we need. So that's why I taken strictly less than B. If it is strictly less than B, then it is a neither reflexive, not symmetric, but it is transitive. How we can say? Very simple. It is set of integer. 2 is less than 3 and 3 is less than 4. Then 2 is less than 4. So it is transitive, but it is not symmetric. For example, 2 is less than 4 is there, but 4 is not less than 2. Means it is not symmetric. So finally, this relation is what? Because of strictly less than B, it is neither reflexive and not symmetric, but it is transitive. So he is asking, is transitive but neither reflexive nor transitive. Next, go for the next problem. Third one, it is also example only, which is reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. See, I taken a set example. I already told no. By taking a set, I will give an example. 1, 2, 3. Now I taken 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Therefore, it is reflexive. Next, for 1, 2, I taken 2, 1. If you interchange also, we'll get the same element. 2, 3, 3, 2. So like that, it is symmetric. All, if you interchange every element in the relation R, we'll get the element that which contains once again in relation set R. But it is not transitive. Why it is not transitive? Observe here, 1, 2, 2, 3 I taken. See, 1, 2, 2, 3 I taken. 1, 3 you will get by transitive property. So 1, and 3 is not there in the relation. Therefore, hence it is what we can say, not transitive. So it is the example which is reflexive, symmetric but not transitive. Next, another example, reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. Just now we had seen the same problem, strictly less than B. I already explained. If less than or equal to is there, then it is reflexive because every element is itself is equal. So therefore, A less than equal to B. Hence, for every A belongs to Z, A belongs to R. So it is a reflexive. It is also symmetric because already we discussed if 2 is less than 3, 3 is less than 4, then 2 is less than 4. It is transitive. But if 2 is less than, if 2 is less than 3, 3 is not less than 4. Therefore, what we can say? Sorry, 2 is 2 is less than 3, but 3 is not less than 2. Means it is not symmetric. So, finally, this is the example which is reflexive, transitive, but not which is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. So these are the very important questions, ma. See, all 5 questions are very important, and don't by heart that one, and remember technically, then you can write in the exam also very easily. Now come to this one, which is symmetric, transitive but not reflexive. See, I taken here, what is this one? 2 comma 1, it is not reflexive because 1 1 2 2, only 1 1 is there, 2 2 is there, but 3 3 is not there in that one. So 3 3 means for element 3, in the relation 3 comma 3 is not there, therefore it is not reflexive. Whereas if you interchange 1 to 2 1, 2 2, interchange 2 2 will get 1 1, so it is symmetric. Even transitive, you take any elements like this, suppose for example 1 to 2 1, you will get element 1 1. Even though here you take so we can take any elements of such type a comma b, b comma c, then a comma c belongs to R. Hence it is what? It is a symmetric, transitive but not reflexive, because 3 comma 3 is does not belongs to R. Okay. So this completes the 10th problem. Now come to the 11th problem. Show that the relation R in the set A of points in a plane given that. See, here the set for any different relation set is required. Here he given set A which contains all the points in a plane. Now what is the relation here given? The distance of the point P from the origin is same as the distance of the point Q from the origin. Means OP is equal to OQ. Suppose O comma P comma Q are any 2 points in the plane, then OP is equal to OQ is the relation is given. Now along with that one he given, we have to show this as an equivalence relation. Further show that the set of all points related to the point P is a circle passing through P which is with center as the origin. Means we have to take, means the set of points OP, OQ, OR, OS, ON and so on. All the points which are related with P are forms a circle with that passes through P and the center as the origin, because we are taking OP, OQ, OS. So already that we will discuss in the solution. So what we have to show, OP is equal to OQ, P comma Q is in a relation or P comma Q. How is this one? This P comma Q is OP is equal to OQ. Then that relation we have to show it as a equivalence relation. Come to the solution. See here. Now given A is a set of all points. Now as per the definition I taken here, P comma Q means distance of P from the origin is equal to distance of Q from the origin. OP is equal to OQ. So every point on this, every point in the plane, that's why I taken P for every P belongs to A. A point itself is equidistant from the origin. OP is equal to OP. Therefore P comma P belongs to R, hence it is reflexive. Next, if P comma Q belongs to R, OP is equal to OQ. Then we can write it as OQ is equal to OP. That implies Q comma P belongs to R. So if P comma Q belongs to R, Q comma P is also belongs to R. Therefore R is what? Symmetric. Now, if P comma Q, Q comma S belongs to R, that means OP is equal to OQ, OQ is equal to OS. Because P comma Q belongs to R means OP is equal to OQ. Q comma S belongs to R means OQ is equal to OS. So OP is equal to OQ, OQ is equal to OS, hence OP is equal to OS. Therefore, that implies P comma S belongs to R. Therefore, R is what? Transitive. Hence, R is an equivalence relation because it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Hence, it is what? Equivalence relation. Next point, see, it's not complicated. See, I will take P, Q. So, I taken OP. Now you collect all the points which are at equidistant from the origin, that will form a circle. See here, the set of all points related to P will be those points whose distance from the origin is same as the distance of P from the origin. So that means we are collecting all the points. OP is equal to OQ is equal to OQ. So finally, if 0, 0 is the origin and OP is equal to K, then the set of all points related to P is at a distance of K from the origin. Suppose you assume that one, it is the assumption K at a distance K. Now automatically we will collect all the points which are at a distance of K from the origin. Means that will give what? A circle which passes through the point P and whose center is origin. Next, come to the 12th problem. All are same almost all. Once again, show that the relation R defined in the set A of all triangles as T1 is similar to T2. What is the similar triangles? The sides which are in the same ratio. The triangles whose sides are in the same ratio are said to be similar triangles. That definition I think you studied in lower sections in 9th class or 10th class. You studied about the similar triangle. So we have to put this as an equivalence relation. Consider three right angle triangles, T1 with 3, 4, 5, T2 with 5, 12, 13 and T3 with 6, 8, 10. These three are what? Right angled triangles. So among these three, which two triangles are related? They are asking. That is extra from that one. Now come to the solution. See here, given A is the set of all triangles and the relation is what? Are T1 comma T2 such that T1 is similar to T2. So we know every triangle itself is similar. Therefore, for all T belongs to T, T comma T belongs to R. Therefore, every triangle in A is itself is similar. Therefore, R is reflexive. If T1 comma T2 belongs to R, that means T1 is similar to T2, then automatically T2 is also similar to T1. Hence, T2 comma T1 is belongs to R. Therefore, R is symmetric. Now, if T1 comma T2, T2 comma T3, two elements are belongs to relation. T1 comma T2 means T1 is similar to T1, T2 is similar to T3. Therefore, what we can say? T1 is similar to T3 and hence T1 comma T3 belongs to R. Hence it is what? R is an transitive. Now, therefore, because R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, hence it is an equivalence relation. Now they given three right angle triangles. Now the problem will continue. They given three triangles. T1 is a right angle triangle with sides 3, 4, 5 and T2 is a right angle triangle with 5, 12, 13 and T3 is a right angle triangle with the sides 6, 8, 10. Now you see here which are in the same proportion. If in a similar triangles, the sides are in the same proportion. So therefore 3 by 6, 4 by 8, 5 by 8. All the sides, corresponding sides if you take, they are in the same ratio, that is 1 by 2. Hence the corresponding sides of a triangle T1 and T3 are in the same ratio. Therefore the triangle T1 is similar with the T3. Even though T1, T2 are right angle triangles, but they are not related. Because what is the definition of similar triangles? The corresponding sides ratio must have to be same. In two triangles, the corresponding sides ratios are same. Then the triangles are said to be similar triangles. So among the given one, T1 and T3 have same proportion sides having the T1 comma T3 sides having the same proportion. Hence T1 comma T3 are similar to each other. Therefore T1 is related with T3. Now come to the next problem. Page number 11, this one, 13th question. Show that the relation R defined in the set A of all polygons. Polygon means a closed figure formed by more than 3 or more than 3 sides. Means a triangle is a polygon with 3 sides. Quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 sides. Pentagon is a polygon with 5 sides. That you know already studied many times. Now here what is giving? A relation R is defined on the set. It is a set A is a set of polygon, means it contains triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagon, octagon, and so on, etc. In that one, P1, P2, two elements, these two are the elements of A. How they are related? P1 and P2 have the same number of sides. So we have to show this as an equivalence relation. And what is the set of all elements in A related to the right angled triangle 3, 5? This is the question. Now, see the solution here. See, let A be the set of all polygons. R is equal to P1, P2. P1 and P2 have the same number of sides. See, any polygon, whatever it may be, is itself having the same number of sides. Therefore, what we can say, it is a reflection. That only I told here, written. A polygon in itself has same number of sides. Hence, it is a reflexive. P1, P2 belongs to R. So, P1 and P2 have same number of sides. Then automatically P2 and P1 have same number of sides. That implies P2, P1 belongs to R. Therefore, R is a symmetric. In the same way, transitive also, P1, P2, P2, P3 belongs to R, means P1 and P2 have same number of sides, and P2 and P3 have the same number of sides. That I written. P1 and P2 have same number of sides. P2 and P3 have same number of sides. Therefore, P1 and P3 have same number of sides. Therefore, P1, P3 belongs to R. Hence, it is transitive. And also it is an equivalence relation. Next, he is asking, he given a right angle triangle. So whether it is a right angle triangle or equilateral triangle or scalene triangle, whatever it may be, it contains 3 sides. So the polygon having 3 sides is a triangle. So all we can say, all set of triangles in the A are related with the right angle triangle whose sides are 3, 4, 5. Here right angle triangle is not important, number of sides important. In right angle triangle, in any triangle, the number of sides is what? 3. Hence all the triangles in the set A comes under what? Related with the right angle triangle with the sides 3, 4, 5. Next. See the 12th problem. Let L be the set of all lines in xy plane and R be the relation. L is defined as R is equal to L1, L2. L1 is parallel to L2. Show that R is an equivalence relation. Find the set of all lines related to the line y is equal to 2x plus 4. Now here, this example already we discussed in the 2 times we discussed on the green board, and next day once again I taken this as example in the notes. Now once again the same problem came here. See here, every line itself is a parallel. So given L is the set of lines. Here L1, L2. L1 is parallel to L2. For all L belongs to, I take a small l. L, L belongs to L. Because already capital L we taken as set L. So that's why I taken small l. Now every line itself is parallel. Therefore what we can say, it is reflexive. Already we discussed once again. if L1 comma L2 belongs to R, means L1 is parallel to L2, that implies L2 is parallel to L1, hence L2 comma L1 is also belongs to R, therefore R is symmetric. Next, if L1 comma L2, L2 comma L3 belongs to R, L1 is parallel to L2, L2 is parallel to L1, then automatically L1 is parallel to L3, hence L1 comma L3 belongs to R, therefore R is transitive. Hence R is an equivalence relation. Given line y is equal to 2x plus 4. It is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Therefore slope is what? 2. So all the lines whose slopes are 2 related with the line are related with the given line 2x plus 4. So therefore what we can say, y is equal to 2x plus c. Because c is a variable constant, we will get different of lines. All that lines are related with the line y is equal to 2x plus 4. Next, see 13th question. It is a objective point of question. So he given set 1 2 3 4 5 and he given a relation 1 2 2 2 1 1 4 4 1 3 3 3 3 2. You observe here in this one 1 1 is there, 2 2 is there, 4 4 is there, 3 3 is there. Therefore it is reflexive. Okay. Next 1 2, if you interchange, you will get 2 1. 1 2 if you change, 2 1 is not there in R. Therefore what we can say, it is not symmetric. So let us see the solution. Just now I explained, no? So in the set here 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4. Every element of A has the once again means that I explained here 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4. So every element of A has its image is containing the relation R, hence it is reflexive. For 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1 is not there, therefore it is not symmetric. If you take any two elements of the form AB, you will get element of the form AC is also once again in relation R, therefore hence it is transitive. For example, you take for transitive, you take 1 2 2 1, you will get resultant element is what? 1 2, once again is there. See, for example, you take 1 1 1 2, so 1 2 will come, so that is also is there. Even if you take 1 3 3 2, if you take 1 3 3 2, you will get 1 2 is there. So like that, if you take any two elements, so that B and these two second element in the second ordinate in the first element and first ordinate in the second element, if you take any such type of elements from the relation R, you will get the element of the form A comma C, hence it is a transitive. So which is the right option here? Which is the right option? R is reflexive. R is reflexive, symmetric, but not, sorry. Therefore what we can say, R is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. So what is the answer? R is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. Now, last question from this exercise. Then after you go through the examples, I sent total NCERT textbook PDF notes to you. You go through the examples and study in the examples, try to understand the examples. If you have further any doubts, you can contact me, and I need your feedback also regarding classes. So using of green board is good or doing like this is good. I need feedback from your side. Please send your feedback to my personal number. According to that one, I will change the mode of my class. Finally, ultimately, you have to benefit with my class. You should not waste our time and your time also. So class should have to be helpful to you. Please, I am requesting once again, you suggest me which is better. Green board uses are like this what I am taking right now. This type of class is good. why we are taking means in mathematics you need question and answer, so that's why we chosen this mode of teaching. Okay, so anyhow, which is best, which is more comfort for you, will follow that one only. So last question, see from the exercise. Let R be the relation in the set n natural numbers given by like this: a is equal to b minus 2, b greater than 6. So here you can take b greater means 8, 8, 7. These three are eligible, but in that one, if you take b is equal to 8, 8 minus 2, 6. So 6 comma 8 belongs to R. Therefore, answer is what? Answer is what? 6 comma 8 belongs to R. So I hope you understood very well about the different types of relations, and how to find which relation that is, and sometimes show that it is equivalence, and finding the related elements. Okay, thank you very much, and next class we'll go with functions, second exercise. Okay, thank you very much.